Thank you for tuning into the Island Treasures podcast. We value the insights shared by our guests and hosts, but it's important to note that their personal experiences are intended to inform and encourage, and not to replace professional, legal, or medical advice. With that, we are ready for today's exciting episode. Today's episode takes us to one of Vancouver Island's treasures. If you've been with us for a while, you know that our conversations usually revolve around life after caregiving, the healing, the rebuilding, the rediscovery of who we are when the role that once defined us begins to shift. But sometimes, stepping outside our usual rhythm offers its own kind of restoration. And on today's adventure, I'm joined by my traveling companion and very good friend, Grace Block. I am your host, Allison Van Schie, and together on the podcast, we are heading to one of Vancouver Island's most breathtaking experiences, the Malahat SkyWalk. Perched high above the Salish Sea, the SkyWalk invites visitors to slow down, breathe deeply, and see the world from a new perspective. We each have visited the Malahat SkyWalk, where we got to wander among the treetops, learn the story behind this remarkable structure, and take in the beauty that we could see from each level of the skywalk. So today, we're thrilled you're joining us as we rise above the everyday for a moment together. So welcome, Grace.
Hi, Allison. It's good to be here.
Thanks for packing your bag and coming along on this journey.
Happily.
So we have both been to the Malahat SkyWalk.
Yes. 2 years ago was when I had the privilege with my husband to go and see it, and it's magical.
It is.
Yeah.
And I went with my husband probably a year or two earlier, and we fell in love with it. Like, we'd seen this structure and thought, what is that? Not knowing what it was, because it's kind of a unique thing to see. Like, it's big, it's cylindrical, it's made out of wood. And if you don't know what you're looking at, you think, is that like a rocket ship or a launch pad? Like, what is that? So we had to explore to figure out what it was. And yeah, it's very cool. So it's tucked away a little bit.
I felt like when you get there and you walk into the beginning of the walk and then go across the tree walk, or I think they called it, where you walk along the sidewalk that's underneath and in between the trees. I feel like it's almost like you've left this earth. You've gone to another place far, far away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have.
Yeah.
It does feel that way.
And the way that they set it up so that you have every level, you get to see more and more majestic beauty as you get higher.
Yeah. Yeah. And it feels safe. Like, that's what I liked about it. It wasn't intimidating, because it could have been, but it wasn't. It felt very safe. You're right. You walk across that it's almost like a bridge to get to the spaceship, let's just call it. And then once you see it, you go, wow, this is really cool. But there are no steps. It's all just ramps. It's all very gradual, and that's really cool.
On the way up, it's kind of like you can look over like the little wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's where it's so beautiful. It's so amazing.
Mm.
I loved watching all the people as well. Like, you've got families, you've got different generations together and kids that are happy and skipping. And then when you get to the top, there is that suspended net.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go on that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And initially it's like, I will fall through this,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Because you can see all the way down. It was like I initially didn't walk. I kind of shuffled along on my knees and my feet and my bottom until I got over it. And then you sit there thinking, I can look down. Yes, I can do this. I can look down. And it's just, yeah, it's surreal.
Yeah. So it's like a giant cargo net suspended, I think, near the top of the structure, and it's bouncy. And we had children on there. They weren't our children. This would never have happened. That were actually bouncing on the net, making it a little unnerving for those of us who were a little tentative stepping over the great below.
Yeah.
But yeah, kids are so brave, you
Yeah.
know, they're so fearless.
And then there's the spiral tower or the slide that you can go down.
The slide. Now you need to talk about that because I was not brave enough to go on the slide.
It was really fun. Like you get to the top and you watch the person ahead of you, kind of like as if you were at a water park or whatever, and then it's your turn and you go really quite fast.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're shot out the bottom. I thought that was really fun. I liked it.
And you took a video of yourself going down.
I did. I
Yeah.
did.
So you know what? We will actually do a companion video of this podcast, maybe in a smaller format, but I will put your video on there. And my husband was brave as well, and he went down the slide and he took the video too. And it's like laughter the whole way down. And so it is a bit like a water slide.
It felt like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the sizzle slide.
It's called the sizzle slide.
Hmm. Yeah, I looked back over my pictures when I knew we were going to talk about it, and it said it was the sizzle slide.
Okay, so the sizzle slide
Okay.
is 20 meters. It is world famous.
Uh-huh.
So that's 66 feet. And it's a spiral slide, legendary thrill that you don't want to miss. And you ride it solo. And what they have is a little felt kind of mat that you put your feet into so that your feet don't catch on anything or they slide smoothly. And then you go down and
Really
zoom
fast.
zoom all the way and scream and giggle all the way. That's the best part. And I was standing at the bottom to watch, as you say, my husband get shot out of this tube. And you just watch everybody else get shot out of the tube and they're laughing. It's so much fun. And yeah, I wish I was brave like you, though. That would have been fun. But so that to me, I think, is probably the funnest part of the Malahat SkyWalk. And I have read that there's some people who have done it 50 times in one visit.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, indeed. Not me.
They would be the people that would be at a water park all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like water parks, except for putting on a bathing suit. I like water parks.
I have to say, though, my favorite, though, was being at the top and then just gazing. I mean, you can walk around the whole thing and there's beautiful, beautiful scenery everywhere you look.
Yeah.
You're so high. And it was a beautiful day when we were there, and we have beautiful photographs of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were very blessed too with the weather when we were there. Everything seemed so blue. The sky was blue, the ocean was blue. I did take a couple of videos, and if when I review them they're good, I will also put them in the video. But yeah, the skywalk, it's an engineering accomplishment and it's very cool. It was built in 2021. Actually, it opened in 2021. They started building it in 2020. So it was no surprise that we hadn't seen it until one time we were going down to Victoria and we saw this structure and wondered what it was. And yeah, and it's proudly Canadian. It's
Yes.
Canadian owned and operated. The engineering firm Aspect used steel rods to cinch the tower together, ensuring stability while minimizing concrete use. And the spiral tower was designed by Whistler-based architect Brent Murdoch. and it is built with glue laminated Douglas fir columns. The tower is a remarkable blend of strength and sustainability. And it's owned by Aspire by Nature, which is a Canadian company specializing in creating accessible, self-guided, nature-based experiences in iconic locations. So it's fabulous. So Malahat SkyWalk exists thanks to a proposal put forth to the Malahat First Nation, who holds the rights to the land. And the Malahat First Nation receives a portion of ticket sales, and their deep connection to the land is acknowledged throughout the entire site. And it really is like there's more to the Malahat Skywalk than just the structure. There's grounds, there's walks, there's interpretive center, there's driftwood sculptures along the walk. And they are done by a local artist on Vancouver Island called Tanya Bubb. And she made these driftwood sculptures. It's very unique. It's very exciting. It's like a breath of fresh air.
I'm really glad that you let us know about it so we could go see it. Yeah.
Well, and now I'm hoping to let more people know about it.
Yes.
It's very cool.
If you have a chance, I mean, I love Vancouver Island and there's so many things to see, but that should be right up there on the list for people to go and see it, just experience it.
Yeah, so Grace was visiting us on Vancouver Island. She does not live on Vancouver Island, but she says, "Where should we go?" And because we had relatively recently experienced the Skywalk, we said, you must, you must go."
You didn't steer us wrong. We saw so many things in just those couple of weeks. We'll be back.
Well, I'm glad you'll be back because you're an excellent guest for one thing, and it's fun to share what Vancouver Island has to offer. So, yeah, but your enthusiasm and your excitement about it and your bravery to go down the slide just puts me to shame. But yeah.
Well, maybe we should go back next time I'm over to visit.
Ah,
We should go down together.
and you'll probably push me down the slide, won't you?
Grace. Be like the teenagers, that hide in the tunnel and then jump down on people as they're going down the slide. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. No,
I would.
no, no, but it's in there latently. Somehow it's in there. Maybe it's something dormant in you that you want to do that.
Yeah.
So Grace and I actually did grow up together, so we do know each other quite well.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's one more thing I want to talk about. There is a viewing the top viewing platform is 360 degrees.
Mhm.
And of the 10 stories, once you get to the top, and you do get there just by walking, it's effortless. It's not hard, and it is accessible. And before you know it, you're there. And like Grace said, you can just see the amazing, breathtaking views. And you can see Mount Baker, the Saanich Peninsula, and Finlayson Arm. It's just amazing, but
Great
beautiful.
place also to have photos taken. Like the pictures, we took lots of people's photos at the top, and people took pictures of us with that beautiful scenery behind. Yeah, pretty cool place.
It is. So anything else to add about our wonderful trip to the Skywalk, the Malahat Skywalk, Grace?
I just think it's a must see. If you haven't been and you have an opportunity, I think it's absolutely a must see.
Yeah, and we must mention that it does cost to go there, but I think I think it's cheaper if you're a senior,
Mhm.
and it's worth checking out their website and buying your tickets in advance. But I understand it doesn't matter if you have them in advance or not, but it is advisable to check out their website. And if you're wondering where it is, it's about 30 minutes north of Victoria, and it's about an hour's drive south of Nanaimo. And it is in the Malahat. But do take it in, and you can spend as little time there as you want or as long as you want. There are people that just not camp out, but they hang out. There's food venues available and picnic tables and forest walks, like I said before. It's just a very tranquil, lovely, refreshing place to be. Well, thanks for coming along on our trip to the Malahat SkyWalk, and thank you, my wonderful traveling companion, Grace Block. It's been fun to share our experiences. Even though we went separately, it's been fun to share them today.
Mhm. Absolutely. Thanks, Allison.
You're welcome. Thank you. The Malahat SkyWalk truly felt magical. From walking between the trees to rising above them and taking in the expansive views of the Salish Sea. Even the suspended cargo net nudged both Grace and I out of our comfort zones. And what about Grace's experience riding down the Sizzler slide? That sounds like it added even more fun to her experience at the Malahat SkyWalk. And the slide is there for anyone who wants to give it a try, even if you want to go down 50 times. Some of the details we shared today are from TripAdvisor, as well as the Malahat SkyWalk's official website, malahatskywalk.com. But the real joy for us came from experiencing it ourselves. Today's episode was one of our Occasional Island Treasures episodes, where we explore treasures on Vancouver Island. And next time, we'll return to our life after caregiving conversations. Thank you for joining Grace and me today. If you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with your friends. And if you don't want to miss future episodes, be sure to subscribe to the Island Treasures podcast. And for this episode, just a heads up, if you want to see some of the video footage and the photographs of the Malahat SkyWalk, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. See you next episode.